Rankin.
Hi, Kelly.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Really good. Yeah, I guess since we can't yet see each other in person, I'll say it's nice to see you again.
It is. It's really nice to see anybody these days.
Yes, it would be so much better in person, but this will do for now.
Yeah.
Yes. So on behalf of the Office of Public Engagement, I just want to thank you for agreeing to do this video interview with me. And this is for the Tandem, which is the new Office of Public Engagement new e-newsletter that's coming out. So keep your eye out for that. It should be on the Office of Public Engagement website. So we consider you to be one of Memorial's public engagement champions. And I did my research, and I know that not only did you receive a SSHRC, which is, let me see if I get this right, the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada. So I know that you've received not only a SSHRC Public Outreach Grant, but also a SSHRC Partnership Grant, and that you are a past recipient of the Office of Public Engagement, the President's Award for Public Engagement Partnerships at MUN, and that was for your work in Rigolet. So of course, this is in addition to a number of other awards that you've received and recognitions. So for this first issue of the Tandem, we're focusing on student engagement. And I know that you've supervised more than 50 PhD, master's, and bachelor's honors thesis students. So I figured you'd have some great advice for me.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. So I'll just start off by asking you if you could tell us a bit about the benefits that students can bring to publicly engaged projects.
Well, I think you have to start first by thinking about what you might mean and what you want to get out of a publicly engaged project. And for me, they're projects that are both have academic reasons for undertaking, but also bring some social or economic value to the communities, even social justice value. And students, I think, are really engaged with those kinds of ideas, particularly with everything that's going on around us in the world right now with Black Lives Matter and cultural inclusivity and climate change, economic issues, the pandemic. Students really want to be engaged in making a difference in the world. And I think that the university should offer them the opportunity to get involved with projects to do so. In terms of what students actually bring to the projects, you know, we've talked about this before, and I've told you that archaeology is in a very nice position when it comes to incorporating students in publicly engaged research, because we require so many students to do our work. We can't just do it on our own. And so I'm often surrounded in the summertime by large crews of 12 or 16 students, both from MUN and from the communities that we work in. So I have lots of opportunities to do things. But I think students do a great service to the academic work that we do. Not only are they really interested in being involved, they're youthful, and they aren't as jaded as us older researchers. And so when dealing with the community, when making presentations or just being part of the community, they're so much more real, and they make the research that we do so much more accessible to the communities, I think. Also, the projects that we do as academics tend to be enormous, and we can easily split them up and make small chunks of things into projects, individual projects for students. And having them work with us in the communities means that we can get a lot more done.
So it sounds like it's in true spirit of the public engagement framework, that it's mutual collaboration and mutual benefits for both yourself and the students and the community partners and projects.
And the community partners as well. Absolutely. They are absolutely tantamount to doing publicly engaged research. We wouldn't be doing it without the communities. When we're at MUN, because of our wonderful statement, I love working for a university that has a special obligation to the people of the province. It makes it such a nice working relationship with the communities in the province. And I think that they feel comfortable after decades now reaching out to MUN when they need specific help with solving problems, when they need researchers and students with specific skills to help them with something. And so really, you know, partnered relationships is about the energy that's driven by working together, and not just the academics setting the agenda, but everybody involved in the project, the students and the communities too.
Such a valuable opportunity for students to be involved in these projects. I'm wondering if you can speak to that. What do students get out of being involved in these publicly engaged projects?
I hope that they get a lot out of it, and I think that they do. For one, public engagement is not something that happens in the snap of a finger. It's a lot about building trusting relationships with the communities that you're working with. And this takes time. It takes a lot of meetings. It takes a lot of back and forth about what an academic can actually contribute, what the community really wants. Sometimes when you first meet, something is, you know, set out there as this is what we're aiming towards, but nobody really knows how to get to that final point. And it takes a lot of feedback and working together to figure out how you're going to approach a problem. And I think that particularly if you can involve students really early on in making those kinds of decisions and coming to the meetings with you, making public presentations, interviewing people, getting responses from how they think, you know, the academics and the community are working together, it gives them an opportunity to see how the entire research process works. And it gives them an opportunity to build relationships that if they stay in that field or even move to something similar outside of academia, they've got those relationships in hand and they can expand them. And in fact, most of my PhD students, I would say, are doing far more interesting, engaged work than I am, because they started it when they were undergrads and MA students, and they've carried through often with the same communities. And they know those communities in a much more intimate way than I do, because they're working very, very closely with them. I think too, you have a lot of meetings, you have a lot of presentations to do when you do engaged work, and it gives students the ability to build those skills, presentation skills, gives them confidence in their own decision making and their ways to, you know, approach meetings. And all of those things are really valuable no matter what you do after academia. They're really great job skills.
Yeah, it's a big skill set. I've learned myself working in public engagement. There is a big skill set, and it is really translatable to, you know, everyday life in many cases. So I'll just ask you one last question. If you have any tips on how to successfully engage students in public engagement in terms of getting them interested, or if you have any other specific tips or advice whatsoever.
Well, I think it can go both ways. I mean, I think we can go out there as potential supervisors for undergraduates, grad students, and seek out students. We can do that through our classes and through Facebook and, you know, department websites and all of those kinds of things. But I think also students need to do a little bit of research too. And there's lots of opportunities for them to get involved in things through the university. Now, they might be able to do that through their home departments by talking to the professors, or even most of the departments and faculties at the university have student clubs specific to different academic disciplines. And often they have lots going on that are involved with the whole community of that department and all the different projects going on. So they can learn from their peers. But there's always lots you can get involved with. And Shannon Lewis Simpson, who I think is an outreach coordinator with Student Life, who does community engaged projects. Check out Shannon and what she's got going on, because it's a great little entryway to get involved in some of the projects Shannon has on the go, to see if you like community engaged research. But certainly also talk to your professors, because they always need help with things. They always have ideas. And if you tell them what you're interested in, generally, I think you'll end up with some kind of mutual ground where you can build projects and get involved. And I know that a lot of students are wary about volunteering a lot of their time. This doesn't have to be volunteer-based. The kind of work that we do in archaeology, we always have money to employ students in the summertime. I'm always putting out ads, looking for crews in the summer, and I can often have a hard time filling the amount of students that I need to bring with me on projects because all of my colleagues in archaeology are doing the same thing.
Right. Excellent advice. Thank you so much. So in addition to working at the Office of Public Engagement, I too am a graduate student here at Memorial, and I feel quite comfortable and confident speaking on behalf of my fellow graduate students and thanking you for all of the work that you've done with students and for providing us with such amazing opportunities to learn about and to actually engage with the public. And thanks again for being our first live recorded video engagement conversation. It was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.